Hi, today I'm going to take you through the classes and group section of the Nelson eCollection student management platform. First thing you'll need to do is come to our Nelson Primary homepage, which is at cengage.com.au/primary. From here, log in using your email and password and click the Manage button under eCollection subscription. First thing we're going to look at is the classes section and explore this section of the management. So as you can see, all the classes that have been created are available and can be searched using the search bar. The next option we have is to create a class. If this is the first time you're using Nelson eCollection, you won't have any classes to select from, so we can go ahead and create a class. You can name the class, 255 characters is the maximum. And then you can select the students that you'd like to add to that class. You can scroll down. Or you can type in the student's name. Once you have them selected, as you are the one creating the class, you will automatically be added as the teacher. However, you can add additional teachers where required. If there is an error, you can click cancel. However, you can go ahead and create this classroom now. And that class has been successfully created and those students have been added. As you can see, they appear down here. From here now, we can select that particular class by ticking the box in the box provided. And we have now the options to either add them to a session. If we click multiple boxes, we can also merge classes together. Another option available is also to delete a classroom. Generally, this is done when they no longer require access to the resource or have left. It may be a year 5 or 6 class and we want to delete them. This is generally done at the end of the year or at the end of your subscription when you need to renew and update. So we can do that as well. And we'll go ahead and delete. To access a class, you simply just need to click the classroom and that will give you the information within that particular classroom as well. It will show the class name up the top where we can also edit the name of that class. This is great for if the same class is being changed year to year and they're all going together. So you can just update without having to change everything. It gives you a few pieces of information on the side here, the amount of students, the reading span, how many books have been opened, any recordings, and any saved words. It shows you the students within this classroom. We can add students to that class as well. And then we can also see the teachers that are here as well. Again, we can add teachers that we need to as they come along. And any sessions that have been created associated with that classroom. The next feature we have within the classes section is the reading history, and we can see any reading history to each individual student. So as you can see, this particular student does not have a reading history within the last 7 days. Here we can see the student has accessed these particular readers over that time. This can be pulled out even further past 7 days. We have 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, and then a custom date range. This can be as far back as it needs be. So you can look back on the student's whole history if you like to, and we can see everything the student has ever accessed. In this example, we'll show you what that looks like as well. So we can see the student has accessed a particular reader. We click the book that they've accessed. It shows how long the book was open for. It shows you the date and time that it was opened. It shows you any words that were saved. This may be ones that the students found tricky or struggled with. And then you also have the recordings available that you can listen to.
I will, said Duck, I will go and get the milk for you.
A nice feature down the bottom here of the recordings as well is that you can change the volume. You have the 3 dots available, which gives you the option to download the audio file so that you can save it to your system and listen back later on without having to access the student management system. There's a playback option as well. So if the student is reading rather fast and it's hard to decipher, you can slow it down and you can also speed it up if need be. Another few features of the classes section is that we can click all students by ticking the box next to the first name, and we can see the student card option appears. This will provide you with student cards for all the students, showing you their username and passwords. These can be printed off, laminated, sent home with the students so they can access the readers from home. You can also do this individually if you like. Another nice little feature we have available is if you want to remove the student from the class, they may have moved to another school, another classroom, whatever it may be, but you can remove them accordingly. And this is the same process when it comes to the teachers. You can do that as well. To return to the main screen of the classes section, we can click classes at the top here. And then we can also go through and add that particular class once we're in this section, like I said before. The next step is looking at groups. The difference between classes and groups is they are a subgroup within the school, such as your reading recovery groups or individual groups, one-on-one sessions you may have with particular students, literacy intervention, those types of programs. That's where groups will come into its own, as opposed to whole classes that you want everyone within a particular classroom to follow along with. So again, you can create groups, same process as classes. You can go ahead and create a group, create the group name, find the particular students that you're after. Either by typing in their name or scrolling down. Adding additional teachers, and then that group is now being created for you. Again, we can click on the particular group that we want to access and have information about, and that'll give you everything that you need. So you can search for a particular student. If it's a quite large group or class, we can add additional students to these as well. We can see the teachers, and we can see any sessions that are associated with that particular class or group as well. In the same fashion, there's that reading history section that we can select and show you any information that we have available. Same process. Click the book you want to view. You can listen to the recordings. You can see how long the book was open for and what date.
I will, said Duck, I will go and get the milk for you.
Then we have, again, the same features as in the classroom section. Clicking the box next to the names provides you with the student cards. You can also remove students from these particular classes. It also tells you what classes and groups that these students are associated with. The last little feature here is the reading level of each of those students. So if they're in those specific classes, you can change their reading level, and that'll adjust it accordingly as well and update it as time goes on. And that's the classes and group section of the eCollection student management platform.